Now let's move on to the last intense matchup, and it's very funny because this is going to be the second week that I've had the Super Bowl reigning champs in the most intense matchup because they are facing the New Orleans Saints. And this week, it's not going to be Taysom Hill because Drew Brees is going to be starting for the Saints after his broken ribs and just recovering from his injury. But another important point is that Michael Thomas is on the injured reserve because he's had a lingering ankle injury, and the Saints' hope is that if they rest him now, that he'll be 100% for the playoffs. So Drew Brees is not going to have his number one weapon. He's obviously still going to have Emmanuel Sanders. He's going to have Cook, and he's also going to have Alvin Kamara. So he's still going to have a decent offense, but he's not going to have his number one wide receiver. And the Kansas City defense has made some mistakes. They have shown some weaknesses, but they still are a very good defense. A lot of people underestimated them when they made it to the Super Bowl against the 49ers, and they were able to make Jimmy Garoppolo uncomfortable and overcome a struggling first half from Patrick Mahomes in his first Super Bowl. So I would not doubt this Saints defense. But the Saints last week, they obviously lost barely to the Eagles. Taysom Hill looked pretty good towards the end and gave them a glimpse of a potential comeback, but they just couldn't finish the job. Taysom Hill finished the game with 291 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But there, like I said, there wasn't enough time left, so his efforts were it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I'm not going to say it was in vain because whenever you put your team in a position to win, it's not in vain because you gave yourself an opportunity. If you didn't give yourself an opportunity, then it's unfortunate. But so they lost to the Eagles. They're currently 10-3. They're tied with the Packers. Obviously, they would love to get the first seed and maybe get that bye week so they can help give Michael Thomas another week so they can recover. Obviously, the Saints have been on the receiving end of just coming up short in the playoffs. They nearly made it. Obviously, the Minnesota Miracle, the game against the Rams that should have been called offensive or defensive pass interference that wasn't. So you got to feel for Saints fans because they've been really wanting to make it to the Super Bowl. And obviously, Drew Brees, he's won one, but you wouldn't mind seeing him win another one in New Orleans. But now on to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. They were facing the Miami Dolphins. They faced a 10-point deficit, and they were the victims of a 30-yard sack. And it looked like the Chiefs were on backs against the wall, but Mahomes was able to bring them back, and he had considered his worst game of the season. He had 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions with 393 passing yards. That's still a great stat line, but 3 interceptions, it's very foreign for him to have that many interceptions because we know that Patrick Mahomes' IQ is very high and he can see the field and he has a cannon of an arm, so it's very hard for the defense to be able to get their hands on the ball. And the fact that the Dolphins were able to get 3 interceptions off him is very impressive. Or it could be that some quarterbacks do well in some stadiums and some don't. But Mahomes had considered his worst game, and they still were able to win, so it's very hard to go against the Chiefs, even if they have a bad game. You have to score a lot of points because this offense can score 40 to 50 on any given night with Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Le'Veon Bell, the rookie Clyde Hillier. It's just an amazing offense around Patrick Mahomes, so it's very hard to vote against them in this matchup. But I think the Saints it'll be back and forth in a high-scoring game. I've picked the final score, Kansas City 35, New Orleans 31. I would be pleasantly surprised if the Saints came out and won this game, but like I said, it's very hard to go up against these Chiefs and bet against them. Yeah, the AFC, like I said, we don't know. It's to be determined. We don't know who's going to make it out of it, but it's a strong chance it could be Kansas City. So this could be a potential matchup for the Super Bowl, but who knows? So I hope you enjoyed my three most intense matchups. I hope you guys enjoy the games. I'm looking forward to it. We only have 2 more weeks after this, and then it's pretty much playoff time. So strap in and just enjoy the ride. Thank you for watching LSB. This has been Lights Sports Breakdown.